What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. In this one, I'll be going over my top 10 action JRPGs. These are games that feature action-based combat and are often much more fast-paced than that of the turn-based or tactical variety. I love action JRPGs, and many modern games have taken this approach in game design lately, as we have seen this with the likes of Final Fantasy XVI, the Final Fantasy VII remakes, among many, many more. We have everything here today from all new IPs to classic series taking a more modern action-based approach with their newer releases. If you have any games that you love that didn't happen to make it into my list, then be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what your favorites are. So with all that said, let's get right into the game, shall we? First up, I've got Scarlet Nexus, and I mean, what a game. I mean, if you roll back the clock and take a look back at some of my videos around the release of this game, I was extremely hyped, and I enjoyed this game immensely. It's not often you see a brand new JRPG IP, and I hope this one continues on because, to me, this is an incredibly underrated game. It presents a refreshing take on action JRPGs, and it delivers a blend of compelling storytelling, fast and fluid combat, and an incredible, realized futuristic world. Scarlet Nexus is set in a sci-fi environment with characters that have these psionic powers they use to defeat these really insane-looking creatures. The game offers two intertwined narratives, allowing you to experience the story from different perspectives. And this feature isn't just phoned in either. Each story has a different perspective with a new supporting cast and completely new combat mechanics. It's really well executed and thought out, and I enjoyed playing through both. The standout feature of Scarlet Nexus, though, has to be its combat system, which harnesses those psionic abilities I spoke of earlier. The dynamic between these powers, combined with the option to switch between characters, adds a really interesting layer of depth to the strategy of the gameplay. Visually, the game's absolutely stunning. It showcases a vibrant, cel-shaded, anime-inspired art style. The level of detail in the character designs and the futuristic environments contribute to the game's immersive atmosphere. The story might have some pacing issues here and there, and occasionally it can be predictable at moments. But the overall narrative remains engaging throughout and delves into some themes of identity as well as the consequences of wielding immense power. Scarlet Nexus should be at the top of your list for any action JRPG fan. Give this one a go if you haven't yet. At number 9, I've got Tales of Arise. This is one of the best entries in the Tales series in my opinion, and it delivers a nice fusion of great storytelling and dynamic combat, with honestly some really incredible visuals as well. Tales of Arise elevates the franchise with its big step up in graphics. Its presentation is amazing, and it features a beautifully crafted world filled with detail. The character designs, the environments, the animations, they're all a testament to the game's visuals and made me feel immersed in the experience from start to finish. The combat system in Tales of Arise is definitely one of its strongest aspects. The mix of real-time action and strategic elements provides engaging battles. Each character's unique fighting style contributes to the dynamic and engaging nature of the action-based combat. The narrative doesn't really fall short either. While it touches on familiar JRPG tropes, the themes are complex. The execution and character dynamics make the story feel fresh and engaging. The open exploration can be slightly limited due to its more open zone structure, but the overall quality of the storytelling, the combat, the visuals, they all more than compensate for this. Overall, Tales of Arise is one of my favorite games in the series and left a really positive impression on me from start to finish. If you like action-based combat, then this is some of the best out there. Give this one a go. Alright, moving on to Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. This game continues the long legacy of the Ys series with its signature fast-paced action and intriguing storyline, and an expansive world ripe for exploration. The game excels in its fluid and fast-paced combat mechanics, allowing you to seamlessly switch between characters and utilize their unique abilities in real-time battles. Set in a mysterious prison city, the narrative of Ys 9 unfolds with a sense of intrigue. As the protagonist, you'll uncover the city's secrets while joining forces with the Monstrum, each with their own supernatural gifts, adding depth to both the story and the gameplay. While it might not boast the most cutting-edge graphics you've ever seen, the art style and attention to detail really hold up well and give you an immersive world that's a joy to explore. However, I found at certain times the game felt a bit repetitive, especially in terms of the quest structure and the combat. But as you progress, the combat progresses as well, and it felt good enough that I was hooked and wanted to keep playing. I know some of you are wondering why Ys 9 is on this list instead of 8, which is widely known as likely the best game in the series. This list in particular is focusing on action JRPGs, and Ys 9's combat system is incredible, and it allows you to grapple around the city for traversal, which is a blast. Overall, the gameplay just felt more refined and polished in this one, so that's why it's here. Next up, I have Persona 5 Strikers. This is far and away my favorite Persona spinoff. The main draw here is it's a direct sequel to Persona 5, and the story builds on the characters and things that happened in the original game. This really fleshed things out and added extra context to the various things that happened in Persona 5. The game combines the beloved characters and style of Persona 5 with fast-paced action gameplay, creating an exhilarating experience that bridges the gap between an action game and an RPG. Strikers retains that charm and depth with the original with a compelling narrative that reunites the Phantom Thieves for a new adventure. While the combat system shifts to real-time action, it retains the elements of strategy and Persona fusion, allowing you to unleash powerful attacks while still exploiting enemy weaknesses. Visually, the game maintains the stylish aesthetics of Persona 5, showcasing stunning anime-inspired visuals and vibrant colors. The attention to detail and character design, animations, and environments brings the world to life in a way that will be familiar and enjoyable for fans of the series. Moreover, Persona 5 Strikers successfully captures the essence of the original game's social elements, which I appreciated because recently playing the Tactica spinoff, it was missing some of those elements, and without them, I just didn't feel as connected to the story, but Strikers retains that aspect here very well. Now, if you are a fan of the traditional turn-based combat, then you might find the transition to real-time action a bit of a departure from the core Persona experience, and while the game offers a captivating story, it really does not reach the same level of depth and complexity as Persona 5 itself. Overall, Strikers is a thrilling spin-off that delivers an engaging blend of action, storytelling, and the beloved characters from the Persona universe that we are all familiar with. It offers a fresh take on the series formula while maintaining its essence, making it a worthwhile experience for fans of the series. Moving on to Code Vein. Now, this is a cool game that I didn't really know about until way later. It is often recommended to those trying to get into the Souls-like genre as it does have that feel to it, and it can present some challenging combat sequences at times. The game offers a unique blend of action JRPG gameplay, set in a post-apocalyptic world. The game stands out with its character customization options, the combat system, while reminiscent of the Soulsborne genre, has its own twist with the inclusion of AI companions, which enhance the strategic depth and teamwork aspect of the battles. Visually, the game showcases an anime-inspired art style, featuring cool character designs and diverse environments. The narrative unfolds through your interactions with other characters, gradually unveiling a compelling storyline. And while the storytelling might not reach the depth of some more fleshed out and story-centric JRPGs, the game succeeds in creating an intriguing narrative backdrop for you to explore if you want. I did, however, find that certain aspects of the game's level design were quite repetitive, and the difficulty spikes were a bit jarring at times, which weren't challenging in particular, but more unexpected, which leads to some slight pacing issues, I think. Code Vein offers an engaging and stylized action JRPG experience. It blends challenging combat and a cool post-apocalyptic narrative. Its unique take on the genre and striking visuals make it a worthwhile choice for fans of action JRPGs looking for a fresh and immersive adventure. Alright, moving on to the Trials of Mana remake. This revitalizes a classic JRPG with modern visuals, updated gameplay, and a faithful reimagining of the original game. The character designs, brought to life with a huge graphical overhaul, capture the essence of the classic while introducing a fresh and more modern look. The combat system is a highlight for sure, offering fast-paced, real-time action. You'll be able to choose a party of characters, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. The ability to switch between characters on the fly added that extra depth and strategy to the combat encounters. I mean, overall, Trials of Mana Remake successfully modernized the classic game. It's just really nice to see a remake done right here for both longtime fans and newcomers to the Mana series. This is a great action-based JRPG, and any fan of the genre should really give this one a go. Alright, next up is Final Fantasy 16, and it's here on this list because if there's a list it deserves to be on, then it's probably this one. I feel like if there's one thing that shined in this release, it was definitely the combat. Over-the-top combat really hit the spot and was a ton of fun. As far as the JRPG elements go, the skill trees and upgrades were nice, but they were light compared to other Final Fantasy games. I have to say that the boss battles were absolutely epic though. The game has a ton of new mechanics and will require you to use them in creative ways to get through some of the more challenging moments in the game. Combining the action-based combat with an incredible soundtrack really got the adrenaline pumping, and the elaborate build-up to the fights toward the end was really well executed. I enjoyed the story and characters, but not quite to the extent of other games in the series, but the more mature themes and unique setting of Final Fantasy 16 gave me a new, interesting experience that I really enjoyed. If you like action combat in your JRPGs, then this is a game for you. Moving on to another Final Fantasy game, we've got Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, this revitalized a beloved classic, and to be honest, we were all wondering if this would ever come out, but I'm really glad it did. It breathed new life into one of the most iconic JRPGs of all time. It masterfully balances nostalgia with modern elements, and offers a refreshing experience for longtime fans. The remake brings the city of Midgard to life with new, more modern graphics, detailed environments, and beautifully reimagined character models. The attention to detail is evident in every corner, and the game creates a vibrant and immersive world that feels both familiar and fresh at the same time. Combat in the remake is a departure from the original's turn-based system, introducing a real-time hybrid with tactical elements. The active time battle system allows you to pause and strategize, combining real-time action with the depth of the classic JRPG mechanics we all are familiar with. The storytelling remains a standout here, delving deeper into the character backgrounds and motivations while expanding on the narrative of the original game. With all the things I mentioned above, it stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of the original and left me eagerly anticipating the next chapters in the series. All right, now we're moving into the top two, and these are both interchangeable. I love them both so much. And first up, we've got Astral Chain. This is a super unique action JRPG, and it brilliantly combines really stylish combat and an intriguing storyline to create a unique game experience that is currently unmatched in my opinion. It's set in a futuristic world overrun by these interdimensional beings. The game puts you in the role of a special task force member controlling dual protagonists connected by a chain. This chain, or the astral chain so to speak, introduces a unique combat dynamic, allowing you to control both the character and the Legion simultaneously in super fast-paced battles, which can be really challenging until you get the hang of it, and then it's super fluid as you start getting used to the combat system. It offers a mix of melee and ranged attacks, along with the ability to summon and command multiple legions simultaneously, each with their own unique abilities. Mastering the coordination between the protagonist and this legion adds depth to the combat and creates exhilarating and visually stunning action sequences. Astral Chain is visually just super impressive. Features a stylish art direction. Overall, Astral Chain is a standout title on the Nintendo Switch. It's a must-play for fans of action games looking for an immersive and stylish experience with some light JRPG elements. Finally, at the number one spot, we have Nier Automata. This takes the top spot for me, and it should be the ultimate bar for an action JRPG going forward. This game is absolutely insane. This is a mesmerizing and thought-provoking game that defies traditional conventions, blending captivating storytelling and innovative gameplay to ultimately create a truly unmatched experience from start to finish. The game showcases a hauntingly beautiful world devastated by war. The desolate landscapes and breathtaking vistas adds to the game's atmosphere, creating an immersive and emotionally charged experience. The combat mechanics are incredibly fluid and engaging, seamlessly blending hack and slash action with some occasional bullet hell elements. You'll control combat androids with a variety of weapons and abilities, leading to dynamic and adrenaline-pumping battles against formidable enemies. It can be challenging. The gameplay mechanics can change up on you at any given moment. You dive into this game and you never know what to expect. Another area where Nier Automata truly shines is its narrative depth and emotional impact. It delves into some existential themes, morality, and the nature of humanity, weaving a really complex and emotionally resonant storyline. This is overall just a really artistic masterpiece that pushes the boundaries of storytelling and combat and gaming. It's got innovative gameplay and philosophical depth, and it makes it a completely unforgettable experience for those seeking a thought-provoking action-based JRPG. Nier Automata is an absolute must-play, and if it has not made it into your rotation, it definitely should. Okay, so that's the list for my best action JRPGs. These are all great, and there's still a ton more that aren't on this list. Let me know in the comments below what your favorites are. If you like content like this, then please drop a like, and if you're new here, definitely subscribe for more top 10 lists, news, and reviews. I've created a Discord for us as well, so if you'd like to join, I put the link in the description below, and until next time, I'm out.